Hello. Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy
We
holidays.
are here for episode 16 of season 3 of Aoke Island. Welcoming back Don, who was not able to join us last time. And for that reason, we're going to have an in depth recap to bring Don up to speed because he has heard a lot about what happened, but not necessarily the full story altogether. So,
Nope.
whoever wants to start can take it away.
We started off in the catacombs in the Undercity, still amongst the little goofy, crazy little guys, the Korovid Ewoks, as I've come to know them.
Ah, yes, the Erud is their
The Erud.
their god-given
Pygmy and
Christian
Dara.
name.
Pygmy and Dara, and Daran Ewoks, in fact.
Yeah, the Pygmy and Daran, and they were still kind of hanging out with Stone, and they wanted to know more about Stone, and Stone kind of wanted to make sure that they were okay. And Stone had some business to attend to with them, so we continued our endeavor to. I think we made it all the way to
Ratcatcher.
Nadim's lair,
Yeah.
unimpeded, and sat there and kind of updated each other on what we're doing. Nadim was there with a council of shaggy, ratty looking Najit that seemed to be at his deploy. And after some talking about how Alexander wanted to train with him some more and filling him in on what happened with Nikitas, the duel between Anassas and Nikitas, and trying to figure out whether or not that was common knowledge. It was. And what Nadim's plan was for the benediction, the cleansing ceremony, in which the pontiff leaves his, seat and does the cleansing ritual. And it sounds like Nadim is trying to put the hit out then. So Nadim's going to try an open air assassination.
Okay.
And Anassas is basically like, well, don't miss, like, essentially. But as we were kind of talking, Nadim's like, I think you need to go see a very interesting conversation. And Dorian and I were led to a statue with cutouts.
I forgot how fucked last session was.
Yeah.
And then
We were let
something
out.
not so chill happened.
Yeah, we were behind we were looking through the eyes of one of the statues in the great kiln of the Pravoslav with the
Very
with
Scooby-Dooey.
Yeah,
the home of
definitely
the
Scooby-Doo
Triumvirate.
vibes.
Very
for sure.
Scooby-Doo vibes.
That was what the vibes were. The vibes were Scooby Doo. That was not the
No.
vibes I was getting.
Well, and until what happened next, then
Jinkies.
It was a
Jinkies.
Scooby-Doo, but it was the classic look behind the we were looking
Yeah.
through the eyes of a statue on which Nadim clearly keeps an eye on the happenings of the Pravoslavi through. And we were voyeurs to a meeting, which was the pontiff meeting the triumvirate with a gaggle of death knights, and basically was like, I can't have you talking all this shit to everyone.
Talking mad shit.
I heard you've been talking mad smack.
You
That's
fucked
dangerous.
around,
That's
and now you're
fucking
gonna find
down.
out.
verbatim.
Even though you're a good friend or you served me well, it's time to say goodbye. And he whips out like a giant Andaran Golar sword spear.
It was the Emperor's blade, man.
Whips out the very blade itself and offs the triumvirate all at once. Knocks him dead forever. Obviously enraged, not knowing what is even going to happen now, because that also fucked up Anassas's plans. We decided that we have to figure out how to move around unimpeded in the Overcity, even now that I'm a fugitive, even more so than I already was.
We got
We
those
talked-
rings.
We tried to get some information from Nadim. Nadim's like, I know a place where you could get maybe some disguises. And he leads us to a storefront in the bazaar in the lower city, which we arrive at. And it is
Spelled RPG.
absolute bananagrams. This place is crazy. It's like some kind of Romani like encampment had a baby with a Goodwill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's two sisters, one literally swinging from the chandelier in like a dress. The other one's making a dress made of rats. And Alexander was able to pull some random shit out of his bag in trade
His fate.
for some rings, some things that, because we asked him like, hey, we were told by so and so that we could come here, get some disguises. She offers a dress. Alexander denies the dress.
Say yes to the dress.
So we did have a full, for like the third time in this campaign, Alexander and Dorian getting dressed scene.
They're very good at that.
But this time it was like polka dots and stripes and like big gaudy sequin dresses. And they decided that was not chill. The background here is this is the shrine to Prentha, the goddess of chaos.
Which we
deity
didn't.
of chaos.
Did we know when we went in there?
No.
We knew it was nearby. We didn't know that it was.
Well, with Alexander's haggling and just like, you know,
So
generally blending in.
the background here was that in order to get Prentha's blessing, you have to provide another random thing for this collection of random things.
And he did.
Like, my literal note was that it cannot have any reason to be there whatsoever. It needs to be completely random.
Completely
At
random.
which point Eric says, I got this thing from the
It was like
fucking...
a comb.
Yeah, it was
Comb.
it was
Comb.
the ivory comb from the
Yeah.
like the
From, like,
treasure.
last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Give,
Yeah.
And he was like, "Here's this comb." I was like, "That's
Here's
perfect."
this useless piece of trash. I
Got
have
it.
in my-
Yeah,
Which gained the blessing, which sealed his fate later on. But I
Little would we
digress.
know.
Spoilers.
Little would he know, but I digress. Go on.
I've heard a little.
He also
bit.
code. Can I just say he code switched beautifully in that
Yes.
encounter?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, you went great. You did. We got
The blessing, the important blessing is that the next nat 20, or rather nat 1 becomes a nat 20, and the next nat 20 becomes a nat 1. They just like flip each other.
Yeah.
So
we were able to acquire 2 rings. When placed upon the human body, turns you gross.
Placed
they
upon the
are,
human body.
They
Doesn't
are,
have to be the finger. That's a good
correct,
thing to internalize.
Correct. Yeah, they are the rings of untrue death.
And we're like, okay, well, we got this. We got a blessing. Now let's go see what's going on at Diocese Might.
Yeah,
We
just the
arrived
most
to-
chill place in the whole city right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, it
chill.
was pretty chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes to find out, Nadim lets us know that they're having a moot.
A moot.
About who's going to be the next archbishop, who's going to lead Diocese Might.
May I have a
it's-
quick clarification?
Yeah.
Do they actually refer to it as a moot?
No.
Because okay, good. It's just a little concerned. I was like, what?
No,
Just a-
no,
I wanted to make
gathering.
sure it wasn't actually a moot.
no. This is like the gathering of the cardinals to determine who the new pope's going to be.
Kind of want
Yeah.
it to be a moot now, but anyway.
Yeah. So it was under lock and key. They're not supposed. We weren't supposed to be in there. These
Real white
deliberations
smoke,
can
black
take-
smoke stuff.
Yeah. These deliberations can take a very, very, very long time.
Mhm.
And we went there to kind of Anastas really wanted to have their side of the story told, at least everyone be privy to what's going on, and that there is 2 people in the running. There is Alexei and Sir Ivan. Anastas has never heard of Alexei. But Alexei was Nikitas's second in command. And then Sir Ivan is like the trainer, quartermaster, old head, wants things to go back to the old ways, highest man, salt of the earth kind of undead.
Mm-hmm.
Particular distinction between the two. Alexei was like kind of number two, but like in the conversation for number two, I guess I would say, but not like direct number two. But importantly, has the favor of like the clerics and specifically the pontiff. Like has that support, where Sir Ivan has more like every Najit who's come through Diocese Might has trained with him, loves him, thinks he's a great guy, but the higher-ups fucking hate him.
Got it.
We were at first not allowed in. And Anastas was basically like, "You're really gonna stop me? Like, what? Why? Like, give me a chance. Like, I deserve that much." And we passed the persuasion check. We were allowed entrance, and we came in to find the five high clerics of Diocese Might in deliberation with many, many, many observers, including Sir Ivan, including Alexei, including some other soldiers. And they're basically like, "Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing here?" And Anastas again made a plead to be heard. Alexei was like, "We should just kill you right now." And Sir Ivan was like, "Let him talk." And everybody kind of listened to Sir Ivan. I had the ability to speak my blasphemes. They were met with mixed feelings. Mostly, the loudest voices were in disapproval, but there was some hesitation in some on their opinion of what happened. And at that moment, some knights from Diocese Order crashed the party, along with a high cleric from Purity.
Not any high cleric. The bishop of Purity was there. The guy, Velanir.
The dude, Velanir. The new
young archbishop. Yes.
So that was him.
That was him. Yeah.
Oh, he almost died.
He did almost die. Yes. Because Sir Ivan went after him.
Yeah,
dude.
So there was basically Anastas was like, "Listen, I'm not here to prove my innocence, but you're not pulling me out of this place willingly. You can carry me out of here." And they attacked with 2 amalgams and several knights, and some magic. And Anastas stood 10 toes in the sandpit and was like, "Let's do this." And we brawled. Things were looking pretty grave for us, but Alexander jumped in, smited a fool.
Alexander used that blessing to like
blessing of Quainot
to get the automatic maximum damage and like
ripped
one of them apart.
Yeah,
cleared one of the orders off the center. At that point, Alexei jumped in and was like, "I've had enough of this. It's time for you to go down." And Anastas is tanking, but getting whittled down rapidly. I'm only taking like 1 or 2 damage per round, but I'm quickly losing health. I'm not holding out. And Dorian is able to cast a fireball at Velanir, which causes one of the clerics from Might to go and attack Dorian, but Dorian ducks under and gets like a big brazier in between the two. And Anastas calls out, like, "Don't hurt the clerics. We're not here to fight them. Focus on the people who are trying to hurt us right now."
Because crucially, now Dorian has just cast fire magic in the Najit stronghold, and they're like, "It's a fucking Indara in disguise. What is going on right now?"
Velanir calls out Indaran.
Yeah.
Everybody starts marching in on him. Alexander's able to make a quick persuasion to at least cause some hesitation in the knights. He like shouts out like, "No, they're lying to you. He's one of us. Like we're trying to do the right thing here. You're being lied to. You're letting your theocracy like take control of you." And so I'm again stuck in the middle, brawling 2 to 3 guys, or 2 guys, 3 guys, because I got Alexi and the 2 Order Knights on me. Alexander's out there boxing another one, and in mid fight, Anastas makes a just like turns their shoulder over to Velinir. Is like, "This is not your fight. Leave this between me and him. Don't risk dying in the halls that you're meant to lead."
To
Essentially, like,
Alexi.
to Alexi, which Alexi's like, "I don't believe you, but I don't have to be the one that kills you." And there's quite the spectacle. We do make it almost through the whole combat when Alexander is fatefully struck down. And Dorian makes a desperate attempt several times over, round after round. Three rounds?
3 rounds in a row.
3 rounds at like an 80% chance to succeed. And fails.
Failed.
Which then one of the Might clerics tries to heal Alexander, but does it as if Alexander was a Najit.
Because
Which
they're
just
wearing the
doesn't
rings
work.
that make them look like Najit.
The ring that make him look dead. So the cleric's like, "Why isn't it working?" And Dorian's like, "Dude, just let me do it. Like, stop what you're doing." Sir Ivan jumps from the rafters and like takes out one of the knights, and then goes. Velinir leaves, runs for
After taking the fireball, he's like having problems and he tries to escape, and Ivan hunts him down.
Then after our boy Alexander rolls his natural success on his death save, which then inverts because of the blessing,
Mm-hmm.
dies, which sets Dorian on literal fire, blows up Velinir. Velinir runs. Sir Ivan chases after him. I kill the last guy and scoop up Alexander's body and just like makes a plea like, "I just wanted to tell my story." And we left, carrying the lifeless body of Alexander.
That is where we're going to begin. Alexander, your consciousness tumbles through blackness, untethered and shapeless. You are one with the void around you. You realize that you are falling only as mirrors arise around you, multifaceted like crystals or gems. On the face of them, the memories of your life, the faces of your parents, your first heist, your first kiss, the face of the first man you killed as the life drained out of him. What memories does Alexander recall as he dies?
As he falls through those memories, he finds himself on a cobblestone floor in front of an iron door. Slowly he rises. A bit of light shines through the cracks in said door, and he sighs gently as he opens it with the key he never knew he had and walks through. The first memory that finds him is a cold memory. Stumbling through the woods in the snow after being chased out of town. Crying, those tears turning to ice as he makes his way into the unknown. Slowly but surely, he feels his life slipping away from him. Every tree he runs up against, supporting his tiny weight. a boy of maybe 8, 9. But he sees a light further in the forest. And slowly but surely makes his way towards it. It seems to get further away for a while, but he persists. And soon finds himself in front of a being with bright, shining lights from its eyes. It stares at him, tilts its head lightly, and doesn't say anything. But he seems to understand it, and he falls before it on his knees in prayer. Soon, another memory comes to where he finds himself in the shadow of a building, a knife in his hand, a being on the ground, a boy half his age crying over it, and the same creature watching from the shadows, approvingly. Alexander slowly turns from this memory in particular and finds his way to one more, where he sees a young prince seemingly protecting him from the same thing that protected him as a youth. Smiling down on him softly in a comforting way. And Alexander bursts into tears one more time.
What the fuck? Okay. All right.
Were you not aware of that?
No.
He told me to make a memory.
I
What?
said fake
Free.
memories. I had no idea. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so Alexander, you are suddenly back in that void, seeing it like as if you've stepped out of the memory and you're seeing that mirror that contains it, and you feel suddenly as though there is something very, very wrong. That there is something else in here with you. Give me just a second. Okay.
That baseless monster.
Before you understand it, you feel it. There is a presence floating around that void that is you, within you and around you. Something other that does not belong and squirms and festers in your soul. When you see it, it is only by the slightest movement, the barest tilt of the head, a black, lightless head in the void, barely perceptible. The movement is hauntingly familiar. The vague outline of the dark shape winds upwards, wrapping its many jointed limbs around the mirror which is replaying this memory. Finally, the voice says, chilling and calm, the voice of Nopera, the faceless demon. Its limbs contract and the mirror shatters, revealing the faceless head of the demon. I told you, no one can hide their secrets from me, not even the Aoka. It is with horror you realize that you cannot recall the details of that memory, that a blank hole sits in your mind where it had once been. Alexander, what do you do?
So to clarify, I don't remember those things I just mentioned.
You do not remember those things that you just mentioned.
Ooh.
No.
I don't know whether to hate you or to thank you.
You need do neither, for you will soon be dead. And it goes to wrap around another memory. This one, the faces of your parents. You feel a presence within you. And when you look down at your body, you can see your soul. What does Alexander's soul look like?
Ooh. Ooh. Alexander's soul is simply a color. It is just a bright, shining silver.
Inside that bright, shining, reflective silver, you see a single eye open, blink once, and then close. And in that soul, you feel the strength to push back this creature, to get it out of you. But it is going to take a Herculean effort to do so. You are going to sacrifice something in order to get this thing out, but it might yet save you. Do you reach inside to try and take from your soul to push out the creature?
Yes.
Okay. You are going to make a resolute check.
Ah, fuck.
What is your resolute?
It's not great. It's a 10.
Okay, it's not terrible though.
Could be worse.
It's
It
not a
could
5.
be worse. I will also say you can give yourself a +1 for every memory that you are willing to burn in this effort.
Oh.
And then you need to tell us what those memories are.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Alexander. Tears in his eyes. Sniffles. But then slowly, a laugh starts to build. And soon he rises and runs straight at the no-face demon's face and just laughs almost insanely, telling it, "You think that this will harm me? You blinded fool. You're going to be free." And he loses the memory of his parents, the ones who brought him up before their untimely demise at the docks. He loses the memory of his first friendships, the gang of youths he ran with. Once again, the memory of running through that forest. The being that keeps popping up in every single memory.
So I count
You
3 so far.
3. We will lose the memory of the first kill,
Okay.
but we will not lose the memory of Prince Wilheld.
Okay. So that's
We will
4.
lose 4. And before he rolls, he will say, "You are not the first demon to come for me. I hope you're ready for that one, because he will not rest." And will roll.
Oh, heartbreaking.
On a
Heartbreaking. Okay. Alexander, you gather together the force of this energy. You bottle it and you jam it straight into Nopera's faceless head. You can see him start to rupture and shake. He screams out and in an instant disappears. But in your hands is left nothing. No soul. Looking around, all of the mirrors have shattered and are gone, and you are left in a blank void.
So this is how it ends. I'll admit, Nopera, for the first time, I'm scared.
What are the rest of you doing? Talon, you are muted.
In my head, there's this march back to the clock tower. Dorian's screaming at me as to what the fuck we're about to do. We've been talking. I don't know what Dorian's doing, but that's like we're having an argument about what we're gonna do with Dorian. There's the path of the pilgrim that we could attempt. We need to find Stone. We have no idea how to find him.
Stone at this point is back at the clock tower.
Okay, so Dorian, what are you doing when we get back to the clock tower? How are you behaving? That's where we're walking towards.
How can you even be sure that that part of him is still going to be there? How you've admitted yourself that you hardly remember who you were in Astos. Are we sure that we want to take him on this path?
I am sure that Alexander
Is there no
gone
other
from
way?
us. There is no certainty in war, only death.
He has a part of Isho's soul inside of him. Does that
These
not
are
count for something?
These are matters I am not equipped to solve.
Have we seen Stone yet?
Yes. At this point, this is the conversation you are having when you come through the door. What is Stone doing when they get there?
He probably hasn't been back a whole lot longer than them.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so he's been hanging out with his homies. But no, he gets back to the clock tower and is just kind of settled in. Maybe has had a meal or has made some tea or something like that, right? And is just kind of waiting for everyone to get back because he doesn't know where they are.
The door kicks open and Anastas marches towards you with a limp and bloody Alexander in their arms.
And you see a red-eyed, tears still coming down his face, Dorian shuffling after, looking absolutely distraught.
Anastas sits cross-legged, cradling Alexander's corpse like a child, and looks to Stone and says, "I have not the answer."
I
You fell in
tried.
battle.
Tried everything I could.
Hmm.
Where's Lyra?
I
Here.
do not know. Oh.
She's just like standing
Lyra,
right there.
like she's kind of like at the door, and she looks stunned. And then she says, "Well, what did you bring that back here for? We don't need a dead body here. Get rid of it."
It is perhaps time for you to leave our company, Lyra. May you be successful in whatever endeavor you find here. I find it no surprise you have no remorse for a warrior's death.
She's like looking. She doesn't know what to say. She's looking back and forth between all of you, and her face twists, and she says, "Fine, I didn't need any of you anyways," and she storms out of the room.
Hmm. Well, what are our options? And he's telling he's looking very pointedly at Anastas when he asks that question.
You know very well. You either have a song or we take him through the trials.
There is no song to undo this, at least not one that I know. I assume that you and Dorian have discussed all of my concerns as well. I will not trouble you with them again. Since this is still the only option on the table, I can assume that those arguments were overridden.
The greater will that decides our fate is fickle, and I cannot promise that Alexander returns to us.
Does
But-
Najit fate give any weight to the soul of a god of this plane residing in that vessel?
That is the question. Despite my piety, you are the one with the words of the pilgrim. She spoke to you of our creation. Have you an opinion?
Just so I'm remembering as a player, we've talked about what the pilgrims said to Stone, right? In this group setting.
Yes, you sat down with Anastas
Okay,
on the road here,
That's what I thought.
and
so-
Anastas dissembled when it happened.
So Stone looks at Anastas and says, "It was not the will of your creator for you to bear the form you bear now as a being and as an entire race.
And yet we are here.
Does that mean
hold on.
we should continue to sacrifice unwilling souls to an imperfect creation?"
If that is not the form, what sort of form did she have in mind?
I do not know. Only that there is a flaw in this process. A flaw
Do you know of a way that we may be
described
able
by
to
the pilgrim.
contact her?
She
Can we see her?
She will have moved on by now, unless she was delayed for some reason. But I met her at the termination of the path of the Nameless One.
What in the hell does that even mean?
The Waystones. Do you remember the Waystones?
I think so.
Those Waystones led me to a ruined city, and in the depths of that city was a door to the place where the Nameless One resides, and that is where I met the pilgrim. It is also where I left her, though I believe it was her plan to move from there eventually. This was a time ago. So no, I do not know where she is. I do not know how she may be contacted. Only that what she told me was that this is not meant to be the way.
Then the way is Alexander is gone, and we will have tried nothing. Such is not in my nature.
That song you sung back in the tomb. The one that prophesied. What is the nature of that song?
It simply gives me a glimpse through time, forward, backward, or elsewhere. It has no power of its own.
Would
Would
it
it-
give you clairvoyance over?
Could you perhaps try to find where she is now with something like that?
Can you see what will happen to Alexander should we put him through the path?
I simply say the words. I do not control what the song shows me. If I had known that I would
Oh.
prophesy what I did the last time, I would not have sung.
Felt oddly specific to our current predicament at the time when you sung it.
Perhaps. And perhaps I will see a glimpse into the past that will reveal nothing pertinent to this situation. I simply do not know. There is
Inaction.
also
And it says on us outside,
significant risk.
if we have no way of finding her to figure out what her true intentions were for her creations, then it is the path or we do nothing.
I understand your trepidation, comrades, but I will not suffer inaction.
We take him on the path.
I will not ask you to join me, as you have already put yourself through it once. And I can promise you here, should Alexander not return to us, I will dispatch it myself.
No, I will go.
Then we make way. And I
If you are
place.
going, there's no way I'm staying here on my own.
I am coming
You
to
may be frail of body, but you are strong of mind. I have faith.
Talia, your young knight who lost her lover, comes up and seeing Alexander's body sort of kneels down and places a hand on him, and says, come to, although something tells me something yet remains of Alexander.
It is not your
He will
place.
resurrect. I believe that he will come back with himself intact.
This is not your place, yet you still choose to fight with us. I commend you, Talia.
Talia doesn't say anything, but Stone, you can see in her face the same resolution that you saw after your conversation at Isho's shrine. Okay. You take Alexander's body out of the clock tower, through the streets of Karstop, into the Undercity, back past the shrine to Isho, and to the path of rebirth. Now, does anyone remember the kind of how this process goes?
Yeah, there's.
Yep.
I was not here for that.
Okay.
That was a talent. And
I don't remember the exact order of the steps, but I do remember the process.
Yeah, I remember roughly what the process is.
Okay. So, you find yourselves in the chapel where the once evangelist had dwelt, and now someone else entirely dwells. The guard who you had left at the chapel, Kirk. And upon seeing you, Kirk just bows slightly and says, "So you have returned."
I wish under lighter spirits, but yes.
He looks at
Thank God.
Alexander and says, "I understand. I am sure that he will become a fine Najit. Unfortunately, none others have come to my gate to allow passage into our city. I fear something has happened outside that prevents their pilgrimage." You think back to the events that led you here, the corrupted beasts that ran rampant through Karstop Township, and you are not surprised by this news.
An affliction that will be solved at another time by perhaps wiser pilgrims, Kirk.
If they shall come, I shall guide them to Providence. The gate awaits you.
Peace be upon you.
That great gate, the Najit that controls it, filled with hundreds of arms, breaks open before you. You carry Alexander into that deep black water and lie his body atop it, where he floats in the blackness.
I gotta go.
Okay, sounds good. Alexander, you are lying in the black pool. What happens? Alexander jolts awake.
What?
Sits up, splashes around the black pool, finding the edge to climb up and pulls himself to dry land.
What?
What has happened?
We can't see.
Nostos, what is that sound?
Nastas stands up out of the water and strikes their sensor.
Yeah, the sensor illuminates the area around, and before you stands a gaunt, pale, harried, wide-eyed Alexander.
Who grabs his knives immediately and backs against the nearest wall in defensive position.
Alexander, you've returned to us.
You're alive.
But your wound.
No way. He backs away even further.
What? Alexander?
Do you know my name?
It's us. It's Dorian and Anastas.
And Stone.
I don't know who any of you fucking are. Stay back! Where the fuck am I? And do not lie to me. I've been lied to enough in my age.
You say this, and you realize that you know that you've been lied to, but cannot call to mind a single person who has lied to you.
We are your comrades. We have fought together for quite a while now. You died. I carried you in my arms here.
Alexander, what is the last thing that you remember?
You're trying to trick me.
Well, what would we? Why? Alexander, please.
He told me not it. Told me not to trust. No.
Alexander, if you are playing one of your games, I am in no mood for it.
Stay back, skeleton.
Skeleton?
I don't know you. You have a kind face. He points to Dorian. But I don't know you. And I will take my leave then.
And you will quickly perish. You are in no friendly land.
We're in the city of Karstop. The city of the Najit.
You
We're not
stand
safe
amongst
alone.
You stand amongst death, having to fight it yourself.
You find that these words, Karstop, Najit, these are concepts that you understand, but you don't have any real memories of what they are. Although you do understand when they say that you are in the city of Karstop, surrounded by Najit, that is bad. That is a bad situation to be in.
Okay, no, we don't have a insight check, but is there any way I can check these two people that stand before me?
I will say that for purposes of the story, you look at Anastas and you can completely not understand what they are trying to convey or feeling because they're a Najit. However, Dorian looks completely sincere.
Sounds about right.
Dorian looks like the sort of... You assess Dorian to be the sort of person incapable of hiding their emotions, even if they wanted to.
Confusion, crying, sincerity.
Soft one.
Listen, Alexander, I know your name, and you may not know mine, but we are here for you and with you. Stay your blade. I know you are quite skilled with it.
Why am I here?
This is a question been asked over the ages, but you are here because you perished in battle alongside me and Dorian. We came to bring you back. We came to save your life. And I know not if you stand as one of my kind or amongst the living. But if you would, we can at least harbor you to safety and perhaps give you of some rest. I know not if this is an injury of the mind, the soul, or the body.
Alexander, you find yourself to be completely exhausted.
You read me well, Skeleton. I don't
You
think
may
I would
call
have
me
been able to
Anastas.
fight you, even if I tried. Anastas. And you, soft one. Name?
Soft one.
The kind term. Is it not?
I'm Dorian, Alexander. We're friends.
Dorian
Oh,
Alexander. What a strange name.
An interesting choice using my own name on me.
No, my name is Dorian, and I am telling you, Alexander, we are friends.
Dorian,
I've watched you climb through my window in your knickers.
it is clear his mind is not whole. And this is not going to be solved in this dank place.
Let's get back to the clock tower.
That you haven't killed me yet is a good sign, I will say.
Quite the opposite.
In my state, I'd say. It's the best I could hope for.
Is he still
I'm
wearing
not
the ring?
That's a good question. Are you still wearing the ring?
I mean, if everyone kind of recognized me already, they probably took
I
it
would
off
have
me.
assumed we would have removed the ring for him.
I assume that you stripped him of almost
Yeah.
everything of preparing him for the thing.
Yeah,
So they
that
hand
was-
you your
bare
clothes back.
necessities. Yeah. I had my knives on me. Well, I know.
Yes,
so that was-
you always have a knife on you, and I'm not going to say where it is.
Never
But
leave the
they
game
hand
without
you
it.
your clothes back in addition to a strange ring.
You find out that you're not holding knives at all. It's like two bones.
Very possible. Confidence is more important than reality, and you will learn that if you hang around me long enough.
Oh,
They've spent the past 2.5 years with you.
They don't know. I don't know that.
Among many other things, Alexander, I can assure you. I'm just so glad that you are alright. Let's...
If this is what's considered all right, then I'd rather not see what is considered poor.
It's a step up from breathing, from not breathing.
Talia says, yes, you didn't see it because you were dead.
Coming back from the dead.
So to speak.
Although Talia also says there is something else missing besides his memories, I think.
What brings you to this conclusion, Talia?
He feels different.
You are
There
gifted with
is.
sight.
Let's not jump to that conclusion. And this will require future inspection, but my instinct tells me that he is not like you two, you three, and she gestures at Dorian, Anastas, and Stone any longer. There is something missing.
Besides my clothes, I assume you mean, but at least I've been returned to those.
I think Stone absolutely needs to be included in the conversation at this point. Should we break for a little bit?
I think that is a wise choice. So
Patrick, I hope I haven't fucked anything up.
Oh, you have not fucked anything up. This is fantastic. This is some of the best content we've had all season.
Fuck
All right,
yeah.
short break. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Break.
And we're back. Welcome back, Don. We brought you up to
Good to
speed.
be back.
Alexander has just awoken inside the pool along the path of rebirth, and Talia has just dropped the bomb that she doesn't think that Alexander is all there, which is obvious, but she thinks that it's more than just his memories that are missing.
So he's a transformer.
More than meets the eye.
Perhaps less than meets the eye.
Glass half full,
So-
glass half empty.
Yeah.
50-50.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Okay. Can you elaborate any further than what you have already said? He's saying this to Talia. I do not understand what you mean by what you just said.
There is a tentacle-filled I-ness about you that I have felt within Alexander ever since I dropped my head into that pool. And I don't feel that tentacle-shaped, eye-filled void anymore. He feels very blank. And that's all that I can describe.
You lost your soul.
Then somehow the soul of Isho, the fragment he carried within him, is gone.
She shrugs.
What? Fuck you, Tom. He says he gets fully dressed.
Does he know his name? Have we confirmed whether or not he knows his name?
Does not know anyone
No.
else's names. Can't bring to mind the last thing he remembers.
Still remembers one thing, though.
Yes.
Literally, one thing.
His name?
Besides that.
He's
Two
got
things.
he's got sort of like he knows stuff, like he knows about Najit. He knows what Karshtab is, but he doesn't have like explicit memories.
He's got that localized amnesia shit. Stone's gonna kind of look askance at Anastas and Dorian and say, well, there is a place we could take him that potentially might give us some answers, but frankly, I'm as lost as I think you are as to what we should do next.
And where is this place?
The shrine to Isho is at the end of this path and a bit further beyond. Both Talia and I have been there before. We could take him there. I do not know what good it will do, but
I
if
don't think that a man in his state would do well to see the sorts of things that pool has shown.
Let us go back to our clock tower and rest. I think we could all use it.
I agree.
Agreed.
All right,
I
you-
suppose.
Yeah.
Smallkin, will you come with us?
I assume you're speaking to Alexander.
Yes.
I see no reason to doubt you at the moment. So I will wait. I will wait with you.
Excellent.
All right. You navigate your way back through the Undercity into the clock tower.
On the way back, I just wanted a quick aside. Dorian kind of catching up to Anastas a little bit and just out of earshot of Alexander. Just keep an eye on him tonight, friend. Would you?
Me?
And yes, you, Anastas,
Of
the one
course.
who does the one who needn't sleep.
As I keep an eye on you all.
Thank you. That's it.
All right. You head back to the clock tower. The distinctly Lyra-less clock tower. Which is, other than Ansei, now completely empty. I don't think you have any other allies besides Talia and Ansei that are at the tower.
No, we got the rest of the humans out.
Yeah.
We weren't storing anything here, were we? Not that I can recall.
You have not said that you were storing anything, although I sort of been assuming that things like packs and bedrolls and things have been left here.
Nadim
Is
is not at
anything
the
of
clock
note-
tower, right?
No,
Okay.
Nadim is not at the clock tower.
Is there anything of note missing from those?
No.
Got a quick cursory glance. Like,
At a quick cursory glance, it appears
maps are all
that
there.
Lyra has taken all of her things and gone.
None of
Which
our-
I guess does, unless you had the map on you, which I guess you
Yeah, I
probably
would've.
would have because
Yeah,
you're
I
using
have-
it to navigate.
Yeah.
Okay. So, then
That's
yes.
That's something that does not leave Dorian's side.
Right. So yeah, everything is there, and you all are able to get a relatively decent night's rest.
Before we go to sleep, Anastas is going to approach Alexander in private. Or as it one-on-one. Perhaps not private, but
Yeah.
Alexander,
Yes?
I would ask you to sit with me for a while.
Very well. Anastas was the name?
That is I,
Hmm.
a former knight of the Orthodoxy of Pravoslav.
You must be very proud.
Sometimes to a fault. I want you to look at my arms, and you look at their metal and shiny gold plated bones and armor that's been grafted onto the forearm, and these daggers, these knives I've been emblazoned with. Do you know what they are?
Do I get a sense of that?
What's that?
Do I get a sense to GM? Do I get a sense of what they may mean?
I don't remember what they mean, so no.
These are yours. Knives that have come to my aid many times. And I'll point to some iconography emblazoned on my shoulder. And this was our battle with the demon in the mountains. I know your mind cannot see me, or Dorian, or Stone, but I walk as an icon of our time together. I wear your spirit, though I have my disagreements with its actions at times, with me wherever I walk in this land.
I have no reason to doubt you, Anastas. Sir, Anastas. I wish I knew the man that they represented.
The man they represent gave his life in belief in me and my cause to protect me from those who would harm us. And that is why we are with you. And that is why we carried you back. Hopefully you will return to us soon. But get some rest. Our party needs our thief.
That man. He was a good man, I guess.
He was brave. I'll say that.
To a fault?
He died.
Indeed. Thank you, Sir Knight.
And I will leave your presence.
All right. You all sleep the night. Alexander.
Hi.
Roll a resolute check versus corruption.
Any modifiers or anything like that?
Nope.
Straight roll. Hey.
You succeed, and you do not gain corruption this night.
Not tonight, being. Not tonight.
Okay. You awaken the next morning. Humans and stone regain 1 HP. We're gonna, Alexander, say that you were at 1, so you'll be at 2 now.
Okay.
And Anastas, you can do your thing to heal.
Oh yeah, I gotta roll a resolute check.
Yep. And you take rather you do heal, but you might possibly take corruption.
Sorry, how much do us organics regain?
1.
1d4.
The walking corpse does not heal naturally. So each day, the undead creature heals 1d4 toughness and makes a resolute test, taking 1d4 corruption if they fail.
2 and 2.
Okay. Worth it. Worth it for the heavy ammo.
Worth it for the heavy ammo.
All right. Now, the world is a little bit your oyster. Where do we want to go next? What do we want to do next?
I think next on the list is the Dicey Knowledge.
The library.
There's still the Shrine in Order, which I am dying to get into, but every attempt we have made at contacting Order has ended in absolute disaster.
Sure has. Yeah.
So
It's gonna have to kill them all, man.
Kill them all. Rip and tear.
I think perhaps Yelesnia might be able to help us get. We need somebody else with some pull to get Marana.
She said as much that she might be able to do that.
So I think our Fire Sorceress is our next stop.
And there might be. Isn't she potentially one of the ways to get rid of corruption? Hypothetically,
Yes.
perhaps.
Hypothetical way to get rid of it.
She's a good way. She's a good stop at this junction.
That would be really nice if that could happen.
There is but one shrine. Rather, you have 5 shrines left to get. Those shrines are Venisi, which you know to be in the Basilica of the Conqueror, Amaran, which you know to be in the Basilica of the Lord, Yatala, which you know to be in the Imperial Throne, Imperial Throne / the Grand Cathedral, Slow On, which you know is in the Temple Gardens, and Rui, which will be in the Archives Eternal. The Basilica.
Oh, right. I forgot. I was going to go to
Okay,
the Temple
so
Garden
we
one
know Venisi
during the
is
session I was
in
gone.
the Conqueror, right?
You know that Venisi is in the Conqueror, yes.
We got Gansi.
You got Gansi, yep.
Amaran is where?
Basilica of the Lord, that's Order.
So that's Order. Order. Itala is where?
The Grand Cathedral.
Okay,
The
so
Imperial
that's
Throne.
not too high on the list. Slow On.
Slow On is the Temple Gardens, where you fought Nikitas.
Okay. So
that
that's
one
a
would
good,
be
that,
incredibly easy to get to right now.
that's a good pickup that we should probably do on the way to.
Yeah.
That should be the next
100%.
thing we do. Anachron.
Tenakron you already have. That was the clock tower.
Good. Rui is where we're going in
Yep.
knowledge, right?
Correct?
And then that's it.
Yeah, that's it. You got
Okay,
5
so
left.
Order is going to require us to go, hopefully, the easiest path to Order is if knowledge goes well. The easiest path to Venisi is if might goes well, but that's yet to be decided.
Yep.
So our path should definitely be Slow On, then Rui, and then we can make a decision on whether or not we go to Venisi or Order based on happenings.
Yeah. I think that's a great plan.
Okay.
Off to the gardens.
Off to the gardens we go.
Anastas will explain to Alexander why he must wear this ring.
Alexander is very put off by this magic. Actually, okay. How does new Alexander feel about magic?
That's a great question. Old Alexander wasn't keen on it.
But became comfortable with it after enough exposure, yeah.
I would say current Alexander is also uncomfortable with it, but is less comfortable with dying. And will wear it begrudgingly. But only because, again, these people have yet to kill him. Which is a good sign in his book.
Good for them. Okay. The gardens beyond the gate are completely overgrown. A festering, tangled, wild collection of plants and fungi. Insects buzz around in huge clouds while maggoty grubs feed on mildewy leaves. Here and there you catch a glimpse of a statue or trellis that has been completely overtaken by growth. A few trees have broken free from their pots and beds, and their branches and roots stretch searchingly for light and soil. What order may once have been imposed here is utterly gone. Weeds have become the rule rather than the exception.
And you can see great big pits of earth and like shattered rock and signs of a great struggle.
Yes.
Is Nikitas' corpse still here?
Yes, lying underneath the tree with a hanging rope where Constantine's body once had lain.
This is no resting place for me. Well, Dorian, Stone, this is to be the home of one of your shrines.
Stone will walk forward and we'll just kind of like peer around a little bit. Like, I don't know how much he knows necessarily directly about this one. Am I noticing anything familiar?
The things that jump out to you as you survey this scene are how unkempt it all is. you are finding it difficult to find any iconography at all, Najit or Aoken, Hadron, or otherwise, because everything is just completely overgrown by weeds and this tangle of plant life. Make a vigilant check for me, but this is going to be at
no.
-4.
Guys, our average stat -4.
Always a
-4.
coin flip. Except worse.
No.
With a result margin of -12, you see less than nothing. You have no idea where even to begin here.
Yeah. That's about how I feel.
That Dorian begins thinking back on some of the lectures on the Aoka. What can his memories tell him about this Sloan?
Between you and Stone, the things you know about Sloan are that she is the gardening goddess. She is an agricultural Aoka that imposes order on the chaos of. So we've got multiple different like growing gods. In fact, you would call Banat one of the nature gods. And Sloan is a little bit more of like an ordered nature god. So that's why she's called the gardener. She tends things, but she also has a reputation for pruning everything that doesn't belong.
How does this garden look right now? How overgrown are we talking?
Bad.
Like it would
look
take us
good.
some time to clean it up. Bad.
It would take you some time to clean it up. Bad.
I think we gotta put on our overalls.
I guess.
Or
Dorian-
Talon had an idea. Could you heal this place?
I would
Well,
guess
you can't risk singing.
I can't. Well, A, I can't risk singing. Sure, that's very pertinent. But B, like, none of this stuff is wounded. It's just not well kept. Like, I would probably intensify its growth if nothing else, which would probably be the opposite of what we want. I was thinking we could, and this is a crazy thought. I explicitly understand. We could also burn it all or something down to nothing.
That's not
That
going to draw
would-
attention.
Yeah, that
No.
would bring attention.
I
have
it would bring
another
attention.
idea. Could one of us try and discern what this place is supposed to look like to expedite its return to its proper state?
Is there anything of note on the map as to how it?
I was actually
used to
just
look?
gonna ask, like, what does it look like on the map?
It is reminiscent of the Hanging Gardens, but there's not a whole lot of detail on the map. It is a map after all.
I guess my question is like, can we even attempt to return this to order? Oh.
Dorian doffs his cloak, rolls up his sleeves, puts on some nice traveling gloves, and begins to shear some of the weeds.
What would you have me do, Dorian?
Assist, I suppose. I would. I'm hoping that by doing this, he's kind of like looking up and around this place, like looking for some kind of sign that he's on the right track, as he's just beginning to fucking weed this place.
A good leader provides orders.
I'm sorry. Were you asking? Were you talking to me?
Tell us what to do. You've taken control of this
I-
scenario.
I suppose grab one of Alexander's knives, perhaps, and begin to prune around this area, or use your great might and the wheel to roll it along some of those slightly thicker roots over there. Try to break it up so we can really organize and make neat rows out of this garden.
Stone looks over at Alexander and says, "So, we've also been restoring, or rather visiting and attempting to interact with shrines of the Aokan gods around this city, and I can assure you that this is the first time we've been asked to weed, uh, or really anything akin to this at all."
Well, we certainly had to. The Alexander and I certainly had to get our hands dirty with the shrine of some
Indeed,
sort of. It was
that is true.
for Tenzin. We certainly had to move things about. We had to move things about as well for the clock tower and making that mechanism go up. So, just kind of glancing around, does Dorian notice like neat rows or a symbol of some kind? It's just a messy garden. Who wants it in order? I'm trying to grasp it,
Then
player. I'm just so confused.
Nastas will begin plowing and sowing
Yeah,
plowing
it
and
just
I
camping the
guess,
flower beds.
it's a
yeah,
god that wants order, and it's a fucked up garden that we're standing in. Those are the two things that I got right now.
I guess
Great.
Stone will
DM, help
also
me out
start
here.
to
Give me
assist.
a check. Give me something.
Give us anything.
So, Don, you said you were also going to assist. How would you like to assist?
Yes.
I hear that Anastas is, plowing a little bit, making some nice rows. Dorian's doing some weeding. What is
Yep.
Stone doing?
So you were saying that some of the like things are totally overgrown,
Yeah.
like that there are statues. I will start to clear those
Oh,
things
clear the
off.
statues off. Yes,
Yes.
excellent.
Oh my god, I didn't know that there was statues.
Um,
I'm just
Alexander,
imagining like this fucked up garden that's just like vegetables and shit all over the place. I'm like, what do I gotta do?
Dorian absolutely thinks that this is a garden where there should be like carrots and things, right?
Dorian,
Like,
well,
friend
his
Pete
his
does.
mother
We didn't
it
hear
was a
about
gardener
that.
because she was an alchemist, but she was
Yeah.
growing like nightshade and shit. So,
Oh my god.
that's
Um,
fucked up, man.
I'm so
Alexander,
lost.
Eric, you were saying?
Alexander, is there a is there a sickle or a scythe available in the garden?
So
Yeah, you don't keep one for situations such as this?
Alexander looks around and sees a small shed in the back of the gardens. Heads in that direction, hoping to find a sickle. When you find a old Najit, bent over, wearing brown simple clothing, and slowly, feebly, just like trying to pull weeds out and trimming what she can, but she's moving very slowly. Every movement creaks her bones like they are rusting.
Is there a sickle or a scythe in this shed?
Yeah, you open up the shed and you find a whole array of incredibly rusty, not very well kept tools.
He will grab the best one of the group,
Okay.
The sharpest tool in the shed.
sharpest tool in the shed, and will
It's not Alexander, I'll tell you.
And
He
they don't
will
stop, and then they don't stop.
slowly and carefully put his hand on her shoulder.
She looks up at you with hollow, dead eyes and makes a croaking sound.
That's take your time. I will handle this. And he begins just, I don't want to say effortlessly, but just
Smooth.
smoothly weeding along the
Gracefully.
same line, gracefully along the same line.
Stone, as
Mhm.
you are clearing off the statues, you find one that is a woman completely covered in tentacle like vines that wrap around her entire body.
Woman, human woman, Andaran woman.
Yeah, Indaran-ish woman.
Okay.
It is difficult to say. She's very not worldly looking,
Sure.
but you do recognize this as a statue of Slow On. Um,
Oh, I see. Okay.
and as you are clearing the branches and things away, you are reminded of your time in the Vale of Ernan a few months ago,
Hmm.
um, where you also helped tend to a tree. Do you recall the song that you sung?
Oh man. Oh, I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't remember.
I believe it was the song of Ernan's Morning.
Okay, I mean it would make sense at that shrine, but I'm gonna be honest that it's not the song that I would have guessed.
Okay? As you are working, it seems appropriate to you to sing a working song. What would you like to sing? Or
Okay.
what would you like to sing about? It doesn't even have to be one of your like power songs. It could be
One of
anything.
my power songs.
Yes. No
Um,
power ballads needed right now.
no power ballads needed right now. Well, so like there's songs of like yeah, like these are like like you said power songs, right? Like songs of power. Um but like Stone also would work at the 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 Temple to Isho that took him in,
Yeah.
and had a number of work because I mean again being trained as like someone who can sing these songs, like just naturally would pick up on like shit that people would sing. And since it was like humans and like a couple of other types of Hadra, like he picked up work songs from like all over the place. So let's see. So he probably would sing one that would kind of help with the repetition. Um, I guess I don't really know. Um, well, how about one that has to do with harvest? So, picked it up from one of the local humans at the Temple to Isho. But it was way older than that. Like clearly had heard it from somewhere else. And he will start singing that.
Excellent. Okay. Um, you guys spend almost an hour or two working at this. You can every make the argument to me for what ability check you would like to make, and you'll each be making one.
Okay.
Well, as a plowing, as farm equipment, I believe strength makes the most sense for me.
I think so. Excellent.
For Dorian, using his cunning, looking for any of the original patterns and way that things may have been etched, how the garden was meant to look.
Sure.
All right. And Stone, I'm going to argue for Resolute, using the sort of the work song to sort of bolster himself in just the repetition of moving through all of the tasks that we're trying to accomplish.
Having done gardening before, your resolute ability to just continue operating after
Oh, yeah.
hours of work is very important.
Is very important, yes. So I will make a Resolute, and I
Excellent.
also succeed.
And Alexander, I'd argue, would be making a quick check. He would be going through this, essentially in the motions that are almost natural to him. Very finesse-based. He is using the sickle to glide through the overgrown areas with, essentially.
Excellent.
But
it's actually a critical
critical
success. I am
No,
so glad that the death save was the one that got turned into a crit failure, and the gardening check was the one that got turned into a critical success.
So great, and that just how D&D and role playing works. I have made the most beautiful fucking garden.
I'm done. Okay. Okay.
Is that
All
a
right.
permanent thing now?
No,
Like
it's a one only for both of
Oh,
them.
one
So
only for each.
It's
Oh,
used.
I think it would be entertaining if it alternated, personally, but
I think so too, but also fuck that.
yeah,
would be a
fuck
pain
that.
to track.
All right. So you weed and tend the garden for some time, and as you weed and tend the garden, you feel your own soul gets ordered in the process. There is something about taking the chaos away from this place that seems to take the chaos away from yourselves. Stone, you're pulling the weeds off of that statue, and you've mostly cleared it off, and you feel a sense of goodwill and appreciation emanating from it. Everyone can reduce their permanent corruption by 1.
Yeah.
Stone, do you respond to the appreciation coming from the statue?
How do I respond to it?
Yeah.
You said that I had only mostly cleared it off, right?
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Well, no, please.
I will say that mechanically, one of you can choose to make the attempt for the blessing. That will come with some risk and reward that will be based off of the number of blessings that you had, but it could result in a further reduction of your permanent corruption.
So I should take it. I only have Crixness, which I think it was just the vision of my past. It wasn't even on.
Yes, however, you will not benefit from further reduction of permanent corruption.
So
As someone like I or
Is it better
Orion
or
would.
worse to have multiple blessings going? Or do we know?
It's worse.
It's worse to have multiple?
I think it makes your check worse.
It makes your check worse, yes. But that check is a resolute check.
No?
I only
have
have 1 left. I think it's best for Stone to risk it.
Here's the problem. I have 5 blessings.
Oh.
So
What's
we
your
could
resolution?
call this one a wash, and I just take it.
I will say, Don,
3.
hanging in the balance right now is 1d4 permanent corruption going away. That would make it so that you could cast at least 1 spell per scene without having to worry about it.
Well, what's the
Oh.
risk? What happens if we fail?
If he fails, he also gets the curse.
The curse. But I still get the
Don't know what that
effect.
would be. You still get the effect, yeah.
Oh, fuck
Oh.
yeah. Let's do
Okay.
it. That's fine. I'll take whatever curse. That's fine. Give me. I'm going to roll a 1, but,
Curse
you
is
know.
or permanent
I'm
corruption.
going to roll a 1. Okay, so but we all reduce it by 1 anyway, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I am down to 5, which is.
So if I don't
great.
have any permanent corruption or any corruption at all, this doesn't affect.
You feel pretty good
Or-
about it.
Or is there something different for Alexander at this moment?
Did mention a feeling in his soul.
Yeah, that's because the English is an imprecise language.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
It does sound like
Alexander, I will give you advantage on your next check versus corruption.
Hey, that's
corruption,
pretty sick.
versus corruption. Okay. Cool.
And for
That's nice. I like that.
For Stone, you're going to be making a resolute check.
Yep,
This
at
resolute
minus
check
5.
is. I actually think it's a -3, but let me just check.
oh, it scales. It's not a direct 1 to 1.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it's +2 minus the number of blessings you already have. So it's at a -3 right now.
Got it. Okay. Well, let's. Ooh. Though. Okay, I have a couple of blessings that I could burn. I also have 3 essence. I have not been using any of my essence. So you know what? I'll use an essence.
You're gonna burn an essence not to get the curse.
Not to get cursed. Yeah, I'll take an essence on that.
Sounds good. You pour your essence into this this garden, which seems to absorb it, and the weeds start to just disappear and die off. The garden orders itself once more, and at least the area directly around Slow On statue becomes beautiful once again. Beautiful and clean and well cared for. The ancient Najit tender of the shrine comes up and seeing this, though she is Najit, you can see happiness across her face. And she says nothing but bows to you. You can
And,
reduce your corruption, your permanent corruption, by 1d4.
Okay. Stone will do all the double palm clasp bow back as we do
Classy.
this. So, are you ready to watch me roll a 1?
So ready to see this one.
Ready.
That's
Fuck
that's-
yourself.
That's what
I
happened.
don't suppose.
You know what? Okay. You know what?
Essence.
You did use an essence for this.
Okay.
I am okay with it being a 4.
Okay. Thank you.
Fuck
You're-
you, Don.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
God damn it.
Hey, I go down to 1 permanent corruption, which means I am back to slinging spells. So,
Okay.
cool.
I have
Thank
to take
you.
my dog out,
Okay.
so I take a 2. I'll be back in 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, let's just take a short break then.
Sounds good.
All right, and we are back. Stone having just gotten the his 6th blessing, blessing of Slow On. There are only 4 yet remaining. Just for the counter for everyone at home, Stone is at 6 blessings, Dorian is at 3, Anastas is at 1, and Alexander is at 2. Stone going heavy on those blessings. But
Well, I gotta get
guess,
7, right?
I guess so.
Need to have 7.
All right. So, at this rate, we were going to head towards the archives. Am I remembering that correct?
Yes.
Before we leave the garden, Anastas wants to place Nikitas in a bit more of a respectful position, maybe just in the middle of the garden. Hands at the side. Also curious, inspecting Nikitas's body, is there anything like a brooch or an emblem of some sort that that is like specific to Nikitas?
The things that were specific to Nikitas you took last time
Okay.
to bring up to the
Okay.
to prove. Yeah. Dorian, also before we leave the gardens, you are reminded of home while you tend these gardens. Reminded of your mother's gardens back in Arcadiva, and it occurs to you that in the garden was some of the only times that you felt close to your mother. That she had some sort of soft fondness for growing things that did not extend perhaps into other areas of her life.
It's a bit of a bittersweet moment for Dorian as he's kind of, clapping his gloves together, get the dirt off, and standing up smiling. But then as he kind of begins to think back on how he left his parents, that smile turns a bit more solemn and sullen, or he turns to join his companions.
The last thought that Dorian has before leaving the gardens is of his father. Does Dorian think that his father is still alive?
He likes to hope so. It's a question that's kind of been eating at him the past couple of nights. That's been keeping him up late. He really wants to hope so, but with how, and perhaps, right this moment, after this insane ordeal with Alexander, he's feeling a bit more hopeful that he is still alive somehow, some way. If Alexander could make it, maybe his dad could too.
Awesome. All right. So we leave the gardens and we head towards the archives. Does anyone remember how we are going to get there?
I know it's like near the place. It's in the lower city, and it's near where we were hiding out the very first time.
And does anyone remember the problem with that entrance?
No. It's heavily guarded. Oh no, there's like feral Najit everywhere.
It
It's like
is
heavily
filled
packed.
with feral.
Oh,
Najit.
shit. I did forget about that. Yo, that's gonna suck.
I'm not feeling great, but I don't know if feral Najit can like reasonably hurt.
Wait, is this the path that Ratcatcher Nadim was telling us about? Because I
No, that's
thought
what
there
you
was
left me told us about.
I thought there was another entrance that came from the Undercity to get into. Like there was one in the lower city and one in the Undercity that led to the archives, or am I remembering that?
I'm sorry, I was setting something up. What's your question?
I was wondering if that was the same path that Ratcatcher Nadim was telling us about, or if he was telling us about a separate entrance to the archives. Because I thought there was like multiple entrances into the archives.
There are multiple entrances into the archives. The primary entrance is going to be like up in the upper city, but there was an entrance in the lower city a long time ago, and Stone remembers this because it was supposed to be that anyone would have access to knowledge.
Yes.
But that old entrance has not been used, and in fact has been overcome by Feral Najit for some reason. But Nadim didn't really know why. So those are kind of the two options that we have right now.
All right. So I was incorrect in assuming that there was also a passage in the upper city.
And
I
I
imagine
am
it. Yeah. Sorry.
going to be risky because it has saved my butt in the past. I'm going to use my last Black Sap preemptively.
Got it.
So I could actually probably sing. I mean, there's a chance that if I sang 2 songs and rolled maximum corruption on both, that I could
you
hit
would
my
know
threshold.
after the first song, though.
Yeah. I'm thinking about singing a healing song for myself because I'm pretty low still. And don't have a great
You're
way
not
to
as low as Alexander. Who's that?
That's fair. That is true.
He's with you guys somehow.
Whatchamacallit could try to actually use his Medicus.
Yeah. I would like to do that. I would like to attempt to, now that we aren't in the midst of.
You sure about that?
Yeah, so you can do 1d4 once per patient per day.
Yeah. Sorry, I lost connection there for a second.
Do you have to make a check for
You
this?
sure about that?
I mean,
You
this
sure about
time
that?
it's a slightly different situation. There's
Yeah,
a
now that we aren't being attacked
significant
by a
chance
bunch
that he's
of
not
people.
going to kill you.
I'm also
Yeah.
going to say that because we're not in combat, you're not trying to do something quick right now. You don't need to make a check for this. You
Okay,
are,
but as soon
Alright.
as, yeah, once I use it,
What-
it's used for the day.
you are bandaging wounds. You're cleaning
Yeah.
stuff out. You're not doing crazy stuff here
You just wouldn't be
So-
able to do it in combat for him.
Without making a check.
without making a check. Yeah.
So Alexander,
at that
you can
point,
heal 1d4.
Stone would be able to do that on the fly with a song.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we aren't losing.
Hey.
Love to see it.
Now you're
I
tied with me.
cannot roll a 4 on my healing.
So
at all.
wait, I'm confused. Should I also then get Medicist or should I sing?
I think you should get Medicist.
I think I should get Medicist.
Yeah.
Medicist me.
Mwah.
Are you talking to me?
You, yeah.
Yeah,
I can
you
only
gotta
do it
roll the
once per
d4.
day.
Once
Oh.
It's
per
once
patient
per
day.
patient per day.
Once per patient.
Oh.
page.
Okay. All right. Then I will roll a 1d4 for you.
Huzzah! 2 more. Excellent. There's a non-zero part of me that wants to sing more, but I have 8 HP and I'm feeling kind of cocky.
Dorian, you gotta start collecting some herbal cures here.
Yeah.
Get
How do I
you
do that?
get you a medicine bag. Well, if you were like, let's say like in a place that you could like collect herbs and things like
Like a
a
garden?
garden,
Like a
perhaps,
garden.
Were there
You
any
could.
herbal cures back in the garden?
Make a cunning
Or are
check
we
for
still sort of kind of there?
me. Make a cunning check for me.
Nope.
No. Under no circumstance.
19.
It wasn't the kind of garden you were expecting.
I was trying to think back to the cures, and that's when he started getting into his feels about his mom, and he was trying to remember the lessons, and then like remembers her getting angry with him when they were leaving, and he got caught up in his emotions about his dad, and
I'm going to say that you have 1/2 of an herbal cure.
Okay.
You have some of the herbs that you need, but not all of.
All right.
Okay. We go.
You are here. You guys can move yourselves as you want. Tell me what you are doing.
I will take the lead.
Okay. That is the
Until-
direction that you came from.
I will take the lead.
I'm assuming also right now that you have the sensor out to give you guys some light down
I see
here.
that.
I'll go next in the marching order behind Nastas.
Looks like we have 3 paths ahead. I will look at the center path.
Stone will bring up the
Oh.
rear, or Alexander can.
We got a coffin.
Yes.
Alexander
you
will
are
take up
down
the rear.
in the catacombs right now. The walls are lined with coffins and urns, long dead incense. These are old and forgotten Indaran and Karovid catacombs. As you are moving around, you do not hear a whole lot of movement in this area. But as you approach the kind of where you are right now, Anastas, off to kind of the north of the map over in this direction, you see a staircase leading up to a door.
Okay.
Can I make a quick discreet check, by the way?
Down
You sure
here.
can.
Would love to. He
Down
remembers
there,
that at least.
more catacombs, more sarcophagi, and little else. Alexander sticks. Are you trying to move quietly? Describe what you're doing.
Quietly and without quietly, and while I am, and since I'm following them, like not making a scene for myself. Not real looking behind, but also looking forward to see what this crew that I've seemed to have fallen in with is doing.
Got it.
Digging to the shadows.
Excellent.
Quick question.
Anastas, the door that you have come to is barred from this side and also locked, you can see. And
From our side.
From your side, yep. And scratched into it, you see the words in the Najit script. Those inside are lost.
Don't open, dead inside. Got it.
Yeah. These paths are held by the dead, and the dead.
And the dead keep them.
I would prepare for battle if we are to continue on this path.
What do you are? Is this tomb like made by the Najit?
Not the Valcraft.
No.
Oh,
it's
okay.
It's got Andaran corpses in it.
Oh, okay. I missed that. Sorry.
Are you prepared?
Because I'm going to be.
I will unlock and unbar.
Hold up. Are we trying to be even kind of stealthy? Because like I could start singing a song.
Alexander's already been stealthy, so you've already lost track of him, probably.
I'm not too concerned about being stealth. I think this door is going to be loud as fuck when I unlock it and disbar it.
You think that it's gonna like creak and shit?
We could use the sound to distract them from your song.
That's fair. So, let's see here. Oh shit! Did we got a chance to level up somewhere, didn't we? Or have we not done that yet?
I will say that in your time with the Erud, which also we should talk about.
Oh yeah.
something.
Oh yeah. I have.
that you would be able to level up if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah, because I've got 30. So my thought was to do. Hmm,
If this is going to be a quick decision, you are
no.
easy to
No,
go ahead
let's-
with it. But if it's
nope.
going to be a deliberation, let's not.
No, let's just go.
Okay.
Okay.
The door, as I said, is locked, and you are able to unbar the door, but not unlock it.
Hmm. If only we had a thief.
Everyone just kind of turns and stares at Alexander.
Where did he go?
Let's see if we can find him. At that,
Do we
Alexander,
not
we
see?
could
Do we
use your
not see
skills.
Alexander standing right here?
He's hiding.
Oh,
Yeah, sticking to the
Sorry.
shadows.
sorry.
He like comes out of one of the sarcophagi, like.
hello. At that, of course, he will essentially appear in front of the door and look back at his newfound companions and immediately get to work on the lock.
I am assuming that you're trying to do so discreetly.
Yes,
You've
that's how I
got
would.
time right now, but you're trying to be as quiet as you can about this.
That's how I'd assume it. Yeah. Any checks on that, or
Yeah, a discreet check.
okay, or any modifiers? All right. Ooh, that's my
So-
first failed discreet.
Your tools are able to open the door, but when it opens, it squeals on its rusty hinges, echoing throughout this entire chamber. And it is not a moment before, on the other side of the door, there is a Najit arm reaching through, and the sounds of scrabbling of claws, and the sounds of undeath as the Feral Najit rush at you. All right, where everyone's going to initiative right now. Put yourself into active combat state. And as per usual, I am sure that it is Dorian who is going first.
I am going to hold my action to Brimstone Cascade the first undead that gets through that door.
Got it. Okay, so at this point,
Do I currently have a shot, or is it like still? are we, like,
Alexander's kind of
fighting
in the
close?
way at this point, and actually, I'm going to ask Alexander. You've gotten the door open, you pushed it, and immediately you saw this creature kind of clawing through the door at you. How do you want to respond to that?
Fuck that shit, I'm out. No thanks.
Just back the fuck up. Okay,
Get
so
back and get hidden again.
got it. Okay. So Alexander has backed out of the way. I would say that you do have a shot on the door, but it is or on this Najit, but it is difficult because the door is in the way. You're trying to hit the hand, the arm that's coming through.
I'm gonna hold my action until I get a better shot.
Until you get a better shot.
Especially with my friends kind of so close quarters and in the way here.
Excellent.
I'm gonna back
Anasos.
up and just try to get a better-
Anasos is going to attempt to strike the creature through the door. Is there a way I could do some kind of modifier to my attack to I want to smash the wheel through the door into this thing's face?
Through the door in. Okay, yeah, that is fine. I am going to say that it is. It's got a -3 to hit. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it protection. I'm gonna give it damage reduction,
Okay.
based on the door, which I'm gonna say is 4.
Okay. So what is the modifier?
-3.
-3. Oh, they're fast little bastards.
They are fast little bastards. Absolutely. Quick 13.
My keyboard's wrong and it always fucks me up. -3. Oh shit. Medusa, I'm going to enrage because it's free. Might do it. I succeed for 9.
9
Okay.
damage. Okay, so it reduces by 4 and takes 6.
Yeah, as Alexander like backflips out of the way, Anastas, 2 hands on the wheel, smashes through the door into splinters go flying into their skulls.
Awesome.
There's a piece of the door hanging through its neck.
Yes.
Good.
And there are 3 of them on the other side that as soon as the door is gone, they start rushing through, only to meet an Anastas that is taking up most, but not all, of the doorway. Alexander, it is now your official turn. You are still pretty close to the door. You've not been able to do your... Oh, Dorian's ready action goes off as well.
Okay.
You know, I'm not
And-
positive that's how ready actions work in Symbaroum, but we're doing it because this is where we're at now.
Okay.
Modifier is -2,
-3.
-3. Okay.
And I'm assuming you're the front one?
Yes. Same one that Anastas had hit.
Boom. A huge hit. Fire envelops him. And, okay, so he is at 2 HP. What does this look like, Dorian?
As it's like as the splinters are being dragged out of this thing's face and it's letting out its unholy howl, this stream of fire comes towards it and just incinerates it to ash as it lets out that last scream.
Awesome. All right, now we're at Alexander.
Well, I think he's gonna move in. Is the hand still kind of coming through at this point?
Door's gone.
Door's gone,
Door's
bro.
gone. Yeah. They're right there in front of you.
That fucker right there. Hello. We're gonna just start stabbing.
So anyways,
still
I
alive?
started stabbing. Yeah, he's still alive.
All right.
All right, so here we go. That's always with the first one. Okay, god damn it, it's been a while. First one's with advantage and backstab, and then second one is just regular with
Okay, I'm gonna
advantage.
say that first one, it's -3. You would have hit anyways, and that brings it down. What does this look like?
It's fucking violent, you guys. It's they're feral Najit.
Yeah.
Well, it may be a dagger, but it is still doing damage. It is pulling the skull cap off. It is dragging blade through rib cage. It is going full ham. It is going just full on to destroy this thing.
Awesome.
Just blank expression on Alexander's face before he moves
Is this
back.
a new type of fighting style for us to see?
No,
Okay.
but it's a little more violent
Got it.
before he moves back into the shadows.
Awesome. Okay. So next we have them. Okay. So you're moving off back to the shadows there?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're not able to hide as a bonus action, right? No.
I don't think so yet. I think that's one thing I want to do, but I'm not there yet.
Yeah, okay. All right. So the Najit pour through the door. The one that goes right after Alexander, leaping on top of him and starts gnawing down, trying to get into his flesh. The other one, the same to Anastas. All right, you guys are going to be making flat defense rolls on this, no modifiers whatsoever. All
Critical
right.
fail.
Anastas, you make a critical fail. You do not. Oh, and what are my options for a critical fail? It
Rip
is.
or attack again.
It's or go prone, right?
Yeah, it's trip him or attack again.
Yes. So Anastas, this thing actually goes for your legs, and knocks your center of gravity off, and you stumble backwards on the steps, slamming into the ground. And Alexander, you are able to jump backwards from the attack, taking no damage, and I think that is them. We're just going to mark Anastas as prone here. Oh, no, that's not right. Does anyone know what being prone does?
I don't.
We are going to say that you're going to have disfavor on your defense checks while you are prone until you are able to stand up.
Okay.
All right. And Stone.
Yeah, so do we feel like... Do I get the sense that there are more coming than just these ones? Or...
That is an excellent question, because you see these two, but farther off in the catacombs, you can hear the thundering of feet and a screech.
Sure. So what we're going to do in that case is we are going to start singing the Epic of Tiveriel.
Okay.
So Epic of Tiveriel gives himself and all allies a +1 bonus to either quick, strong, or accurate, and each person has to pick. But the other thing that is good to keep in mind is that I am an adept battle singer, which means that everyone has a second chance to pass all failed resolute, strong, or quick checks while I am singing.
Excellent.
I just got the rules on being prone. I was correct. They have advantage on you, which is different than favor. It takes a movement action to stand up, but if you are being threatened, you must make a quick test to do so. So this advantage on quick tests, that's going to help.
Yeah. So you get to pick. Everybody gets to pick strong, quick, or resolute to get a +1 to, and then you also get a second chance to fail any of those checks. Second chance to pass, not to fail.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing. And then I am going to roll for my corruption. And I only got one more temporary corruption. Let's go! Living the mage lifestyle.
Awesome. These Najit scramble through the door. Dorian, you've backed up, thrown a huge fireball between you and Anastas, and hyper-violence from Alexander brought the first one down, but two more rush in after, knocking Anastas down to the ground. Alexander backs up against the wall and is able to deftly dodge the two Najit there. However, Stone, upon singing his song, hears more of them coming in the distance. Dorian, your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to unsling my alchemical fire tube, but my Indaran weapon.
Yeah.
Load a bullet into it, lift it up, and using my pyro abilities, I'm going to fire it at the one closest to Alexander right now. Not
Excellent.
the prone one that's on top of Anastas. That
Right.
feels a bit more dangerous.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
And -3, right?
Correct.
It's a hit for 4 damage.
A hit, a fine hit. All right, your shot hits through it, knocks it to the side, just in time for Anastas.
Which one was hit?
The one in front of Alexander.
And am I being grappled or anything?
You are not being grappled, but you are like threatened right now.
Sure,
so it's like it's preventing you from getting up.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna get up. I'm gonna try and do like an up kick and kick the one that got punched in the face.
Yeah.
I imagine I'm like holding the wheel at bay. It's like slashing at me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna kick the one that just ate a fireball. -3.
Yeah.
For 12.
Woof. Okay, it has no protection against that. How would you like to do this?
So like I like brush the one off, and then I hook the wheel in my foot, kick it up against the ceiling, and it bounces off the ceiling and smashes this one dead.
Alexander, this is the first time that you are seeing Anastas hyperviolence in your memory.
and then I am going to get up.
Okay.
An
so
eyebrow raises.
You have to make a quick check to get up. But you have a bonus from Stone. What does that bonus look like?
So, well, Talon gets to decide where the +1 goes, but he gets they get a second chance to pass all of the either strong, quick, or resolute checks.
Okay. It's gonna go to my strength. Oh, you know what? I think quick makes more sense for this type of enemy. So I'm gonna take quick checks. So I'm gonna make this at +1.
And favor, because you have a second chance to pass as well.
That's how favor works?
Yep.
Okay. Succeed. So
Excellent.
as it like bounced up, hits the ground, I pull myself up, push it back a little bit, and we're back in the game.
For the flavor purposes, you know when General Grievous gets back up and he
That's exactly how I
Oh my
imagined it.
god.
Little spidery guy
Yeah,
kind of thing. Yeah.
If you guys have ever seen it, like General Grievous in the Clone Wars cartoon,
Yes.
You mean
That
the
is how
2D
Anastasia
one, the
fights.
fucking best version of
Yes.
him? God,
He's
damn.
horrifying.
yeah,
So
that is how
good.
Anastasia
the version
fights.
of him that makes the movies make sense, that like
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
the
have
good
to
Yes.
watch in order to, okay.
Gendy Tartakovsky's fucking version.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Awesome. Okay.
Ugh.
Alexander.
This fucker's still alive right in front of me.
Sure is.
Hopefully not for long. We're gonna get up and just start slamming. Oops.
Are you gonna put your +1 into that?
Is it? Remind me. Is it a one-use thing?
No, it's permanent while I'm singing.
I mean, my daggers are. Oh, you said it was discreet. Nah, they're quick. They're quick.
No.
I think.
Quick, strong, or resolute.
Oh yeah, we're doing that.
You also have
Yeah.
a second chance to succeed on any of those checks.
Oh boy, this guy's almost certainly dead on the first stab. I hope, anyway. Well, I'll go at him again if he's not already.
Hang on. Is that including your backstab damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he still alive? I mean, I still have 2 more attacks.
He is still alive.
Alright.
And okay, so he can't bleed because he doesn't have blood.
Right.
The good.
Backstab is only
He
once
can kill it.
per turn. Knife play is you can attack with quick instead of accurate. Make 2 separate knife attacks at the same target with every combat action. For a total of 3 if you also have twin attack, which you don't have yet. So you still only get 2 attacks per turn. But you still have a second attack.
Well, we'll do that anyway. That still gets a +1, right? Still have advantage on it as well?
Yeah,
you can move
because
to flank.
you're using you can move to flank, so you would have advantage.
I will then, yeah. Alright. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
and that does it. Okay. How do you do this?
Jesus, with a critical on that. Poor bastard. Well, the first attack didn't kill him, but I do maneuver around him to just start. Again, like the previous one, every bit of bone is getting a dagger through it. It's getting slashed. It's getting just completely ripped apart. With a stoic face. Mostly, yeah, like I said, brain cap, just getting pulled off. Just with like a clamshell, essentially. Just dagger in, to the side, pulling it up, and stabbing inward. Just at anything that would kill it.
Excellent. Okay. So, Stone, you can hear the sounds of Najit coming towards you. Droves and droves of them. But for right now, you guys are clear and out of combat. If you want to try and rush through this area to get to the entrance into the diocese, you can do that. You could also try and hide from them for a moment and see if you could sneak around. Or you can face them head on. What would you like to do?
I vote dashing.
I also vote dashing.
That's
I'm gonna suck at it,
dashing
but I'm willing to give it a
discreetly.
shot.
I will pick Dorian up. Anastas should focus on keeping enemies away from us, and Alexander as well.
Dashing discreetly, as I said.
Okay. Not sure exactly where it is that you need to go. You start moving quickly through this area. We're not actually going to have you move on the map because the map doesn't make any sense. But what you are all going to do is we're going to have a group quick check. Dorian, you do not need to roll because you are being carried right now.
Remember, we all get a second chance.
Modified by 3, -3 from the quick of the Feral Najit.
So for me, it's -2 because I got a +1 to it, and then we have favor on these.
Yeah.
Yes. So wait a second. Explain that again one more time.
You have -3 from the Najit.
Oh, gotcha.
But if Talon was using the benefit of the quick, and then also the favor from your song.
Yep. So I
That's a
actually
good
also
song.
put it's a very good song, and I could make it even better. So I'm at -3. I already added the +1 to my quick, and I have favor. I pass.
Excellent. And Alexander?
So I suppose, mine's a -2 then, because I'm using the song for mine. Is a success.
Excellent. And with a margin of success between the three of you of 22, you dodge and weave through these catacombs as you're rushing through. Anastas is like knocking guys out of the way.
Smash them, grabbing skulls, crushing them.
Exactly. You're diving over stuff. Alexander is just like quickly and quietly moving through the shadows, even like taking one out every so often here and there until you reach the door. When you get
There's
to
a moment where Anastas wraps himself in the wheel and like bowling balls into a crew.
Becomes a wheel skeleton.
Yes, awesome. And you make your way to the door into the archives. This door is also locked.
Oh, god damn it.
Which Alexander immediately just starts getting to work on.
Excellent. This time
And
it's
I
a
will
quick
protect
check
the
because
rear.
you're trying to get through as quickly as possible.
Remember, you got
Yeah.
favor because you got that reroll, baby.
We're pushing back zombies.
Yeah, Anastas actually in the back.
Rerolling.
Anastas in the back. You are going to take 2 attacks from the Feral Najit as they you hold up the rear.
There we go.
And these are straight. There's no modifiers here.
No modifiers. Does this count as a quick check? A defense? Is that a...
Are you
Or is
using
it-
quick for your defense? Because then yes.
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
This is a good song.
great song.
It's nice to be able to use my songs.
Critical success on that one.
Hell yeah! So you
And then I backflip over it and Ganondorf double stomp down and then...
yes, and you're like clearing guys, like 3 of them per swing. Feral Najit are getting thrown off to the side, clearing the way. Alexander gets the door unlocked and pushed, and with horror you realize this door is also barred on the other side, just as the one was on your way in.
What's the state of the door look like?
The state of the door, it is a combination of old wood and rusted metal. It looks to be reinforced. It's pretty thick, but it's been around for a while.
Stone immediately begins battering the ever-loving shit out of that door with his
Excellent.
great club.
Okay, make a strength check for me.
You got
I
it.
would.
Dude, my first quick check was a double 1.
I pass.
Stone busts through the door with that club, breaking it through, snapping the bar on the other side, and you stumble out into the archives. Anastas backs up and is able to close the door behind, and Alexander gets back with his tools and relocks the door. You can hear the sounds of Feral Najit on the other side pressing and pounding against it. Excellent.
Boom.
Okay.
That was fucking
Clear.
rad.
That was good.
The ancient wooden door opened into blackness on the other side. Beyond, you see shelves upon shelves, but rather than lined with books or scrolls, they are filled by skulls, some bone white, others black, some decaying brown. Each is marked on its face by a symbol and a name with a title below it. The shelves seem to extend into infinity, interrupted only occasionally by a small altar dais with candles and incense, kneelers, and all that. And the candles provide the only dim light that illuminates the chamber. Far off, you can hear the shuffling of bony footsteps and robes and the distant chattering of teeth. And that is where we are going to end today's session.
God
Having
damn it.
entered the Archives Eternal. Well done,
Oh
everyone.
boy.
That was amazing.
Ben.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you all in 2 weeks, I think, on the 29th is when we said.
29th.
I think that's okay.